And then sticking with Dustin, I mean, looking ahead 3 to 5 years, maybe, what do you think is the CHRO's most critical responsibility that we're not yet talking about enough today?
Think about, probably capability reallocation at scale, not just reskilling, right? Continuously moving the capacity to highest sort of return work using skill graphs, right? Internal marketplaces and incentive aligned sort of redeployment. I think another thing would be sort of manager quality as an enterprise control, right? You
Okay.
need to treat manager selection, training, consequences as it would, you would a SOX level control, from a performance and risk standpoint. I think trust and transparency architecture is going to be important, especially with AI sort of sneaking into our tech stacks. We really need clear policies, workforce literacy, and really auditable guide rails around the introduction of AI into those stacks.
Yeah, good. Kathleen, anything to add on that one?
What Dustin said about following or, being mentored by one of your other leaders is something that I fully believe in. At ANSYS, I made a deal with our CFO, who was a newly minted CFO, absolutely fabulous, knew her craft well, but this is the first time she had sat in that role in a public company. So I said, I'll give you executive coaching, but in return, I want to learn finance. I want to learn to be able to shred a P&L, because I know everybody talks about, HR executives want a seat at the table. We want a seat at the board. In my humble opinion, unless you could shred a P&L, you should not be sitting on a board of directors. And so through Rachel, we'd be on calls. I'd listen to her very intently, but I would be quiet. And then after the call, I would set up time to talk to her. And I said, I heard you say this. Please help me understand. I heard you not say this. Please help me understand. I heard you and our CEO going through back and forth. Help me understand. So through that, I gained a much better view of the financial levers that were important to me. And she took it upon herself and felt it was really important to teach everyone in the organization about finance, because that would make us all business leaders. So she liked to say that I was her case study and how that worked. In fact, it worked so well, Tom. I was recently named as the vice president of finance and vice president of risk to two important board of trustee positions. So I have made that move to really understand finance. I'm not perfect yet, but I'm getting a lot closer to my goal to be able to shred a P&L like a CFO.
Great, great.